We are here, we are now, and today we're going to be featuring HISUIAN Braviary, something that I haven't featured obviously because it hasn't been in the thumbnail, but something I haven't really thought about. And I looked at it and I was like, man, this thing has great abilities, great access to moves. I think every ability is lit. I don't remember what's his third ability. I know I get sheer force. Keen Eye's trash. Okay, Keen Eye should make you can't miss like your moves because it's just trash, or have a compound. It can't be just this nonsense right here, like the evasiveness. So we are probably, I think, let me check real quick. I think we might be actually 1950, which is higher than we were. Let's see. Yeah, so shout outs to the great Blundino. So Blunder hopped on this account for God knows what reason, as if we don't have 300 other accounts, saying he wanted to play some games. And I'm like, bro, why? Like, this is my recording account. Like, why would you use this one? You know, on the off chance you just lose all the points that I gained, you know? So he ended up, you know, don't get it twisted. That guy's the GOAT as far as just laddering, right? So Blunder, you know, snapped people in two real quick, which gave us to 1952. So shout outs to him for that. You know, when I was looking at this team, I was like, I wonder if we'll struggle versus Terra Fairy Guard. I'll have to hit Hurricanes to beat that shit, but we'll see. Or maybe not, maybe not. But I can see that being the case because my King Gambit doesn't have Iron Head. So yeah, we'll see. If it's too big of an issue, then we'll adjust the team. Great Tusk is truly a pivotal Pokemon versus L'Opponente. Toedscrew could be faster, but he can't be faster, if you know what I'm saying. Great Tusk is really good versus his team. Like, he has no ground switching, no good fighting switching, more so ground. Dragonite is good as well. Heatran can be good, but not at the same time. Gambit's good. From a Terra standpoint, Rotom's decent. There's no clear win con. This is one of those rare cases. If I was a typical, I might change Gambit to Iron Head. I don't like being Fairy Walled. I get it though. So let's say Toedscrew raises ugly head. Somebody's getting spored. Question is who? Okay, so Bax is here. I'm actually really glad to see this. If he wins the speed tie, I die here. Do I risk this speed tie or do I go hard Rotom? But if I go hard Rotom, the Dragon Dance, I'm close combating. Yeah, get out of my sight. I knew to risk the speed tie if it's a speed tie. So this is blessed because I get the switch initiative and I get a free KO. Bax was probably the biggest problem to my Dragonite, from just an outright standpoint. So right now I get to reposition with likely Rotom. Actually, I'll reposition with Braviary. Braviary is lit. This guy is lit because it baits out his Goldengo. It says Decidueye. Baits out his Goldengo, which should allow rocks. But because his guard could be some shit, I'm actually not comfortable switching directly into that. So what I'm end up doing instead is going straight. This is lower ladder, so I actually don't trust that his Goldengo isn't spexed or I'm gonna be Focus Blast. So I'm going to go straight to my special defensive Rotom, right? Yep, told you guys, bro. And now this allows for us to Hydro Pump on the out chance the Toedscrew wants to come in. I don't have enough data on, because Toedscrew would make the most sense here as a pivot. I don't want to Will-O-Wisp on the out chance he's not choiced and stays in, or is choiced and Focus Blast in his choice specs. But him Focus Blasting there versus a Braviary, so I want to break any potential sash, right? That's my mission as far as the Hydro Pump went just now. Toedscrews typically cannot do too much to Rotom. They don't carry any water moves, any grass moves. So what I'll do is I'll Will-O-Wisp so that at the very least he can't get any recovery. My Rotom is asleep, which isn't blessed, but As I said, my Grey Tusk is a maniacal genius. It's a problem. He does have Giga Drain. Shit. Okay. That's really not good. Ah, and he's fucking timid. This guy is trash. Like, why do you have timid? Okay, I'm gonna Hurricane here. I really don't need a Hurricane. Please hit. It's tinted lens specs. Come on. I shouldn't have Hurricane there. I should have fucking... I'm not playing well. After the Grey Tusk play, I didn't even need to risk that. So I just gave up Grey Tusk for no reason without risk versus rewarding it. I'm just throwing out mons, assuming they're going to be this and assuming they're going to be that. And really, there's no reason to assume that, right? So that's really frustrating. I just realized how problematic my Heatran is. That's really frustrating, but it's my fault, so I'll make do. As guard comes out, man, this is not a bad thing because my Dragonite can't sweep. Magma Storming this would have been great. He's gonna Salt Cure. I don't have my leftovers anymore, but I'm open. My Heatran's really difficult for him to switch into, but I don't have any switching for his Garg because I sacked my Grey Tusk like a dumbass. So gonna Magma first. See Salt Cures. Let me see if he's I get a crit there, which is big. He's Body Press. So I really need to hit this Hurricane here. I really need to hit this Hurricane. Espering is very dangerous versus his team too. Fuck, dude. Please hit. God damn, bro. I lose now. I know his set. Look at that, 50%, bro. Oh, okay. Please, Braviary. Please, I need this one. I need this Hurricane. If his guard goes, it's not over. I need this Hurricane, please. I literally knew this matchup would occur. Now again, you know, I could have played Grey Tusk better and not relied on Hurricane, but 3 in a row, man. You saw how much I knew this matchup would happen. Okay, I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna give up. Oh, I do have Iron Head. I just don't have Katao. Okay. This is fucking lame, man. It's really fucking lame. And I don't get a flinch. Come on. Are you serious? A no flinch? Okay. One more? Crit? Flinch? Nothing? Okay. Finally. Now, my Dragonite might be able to pull this off. This was the most lame game of all time. This is embarrassing. I did not play super well. So what I shouldn't have done there was ever risk the Hurricane. My game plan didn't have to go into me risking a Hurricane miss. Now it goes Tinkaton. I'm not even sure what to expect from this. I do have Sucker Punch on my Gambit, and I'm a flying type, and he has nothing that can or should be able to. Well, this is gonna be faster than me, and it can take a Sucker Punch maybe. But if he doesn't, this is gonna have Rock. Man, for how good of a situation I had, I just threw the fucking game away. Oh, he did some dumb shit. God bless. Because that's important versus my Dragonite. So I haven't burnt any sleep turns on my Rotom. I still have... No, I don't have Terra in hand. I'm afraid of his Thunder Wave and things like that. I'm gonna go D-Knight because I know he should go Tinkaton. I get Rotom Wash. He went for Gigaton. So the fact that he went for Gigaton Hammer is good because that lets me know that's probably all he has. He went Quaquaval on my Rotom, which is insane. I just Will-O-Wisp if I wake up. If he CCs, I get the free DD, which is very odd that he did that. Because now he's banded 33%, which means he's going to do 66% here. I can't afford 66%, but I need... Oh, he's fucking bandit and what's it called? Earthquake is stronger. Earthquake should do it. Crit him, but that shouldn't have mattered. So Toad's Crew comes in. What I'll do is roost on the Toad's Crew because I'm gonna get spored. I get to at least DD because I'm gonna waste a turn. I get to wake up potentially because Toad's Crew can't touch me. Goes for Gigaton Hammer. I get to Earthquake here. And as long as the Toad's Crew can't come in. So I think I still win, but horribly played game. Like just dreadfully played. So I'll roost. I don't think the Toad's Crew can touch my D9. Alright. So I'll just burn the turns. Yeah, Giga Drain's all he got. Okay. So he played to the outs, but poorly played game on my end. Why risk the... Truth be told, one, I tend to hit hurricanes, and secondly, the point of the video is Braviary, so I wanted to see that damage output and then be like, ah, look at that. But from a game plan standpoint, it wasn't the best. I guess being Catalyst. I just realized I had Iron Head. I'm cool with it then. I would have played differently too if I knew I had Iron Head. And he was Terra Grass. So there are a lot of different things that could have been done differently there. Especially because he was Terra Grass. I've never seen Terra Grass guard. But we got the dub. But not cleanly. And I hate losing to my own misplays. Hacks, I don't like it, but it's at least I would have won. But me not playing well and being good, like I do not like doing that. So I guess that's why they're running Terra Water for Heatran, huh? That makes sense. Though Terra Ground could be a thing too. Terra Water makes sense. Rotom Washo. Dragonite still Dragoniting. But King here is gonna be Braviary getting those hurricanes off. Or air slashes off. Those look like KOs out here. KOs around these parts. Especially because Corviknight would likely be his best bet. So let's break this down. What are we looking at here? If Gambit decides to go on a run, it could go on a run, but it needs some support. It needs a little bit of support. But Gambit's lethal. I'll keep that tucked because there's no reason to send out. Dragonite could wash my guy right here. It just depends. I need some more data. Heatran is a huge issue. There's no Heatran solution. Rotom is a huge issue. No Rotom solution from a switching standpoint, which makes me assume that one would start with a Dragapult, but I don't have any Shadow Ball Dragapult switching. But I'm split at Rotom, so fair enough. Plus I have Legambino. Plus people will mindlessly lead landers no matter what the metagame is, so that's the reality. I could be CB or Shifu without doubt. That would be a lead of choice. And then Tusk is good, but not amazing. Rotom is going to be the key though, and it's really about positioning the Braviary and hoping that I hit. So Pult as I expected, as I said. So that Rotom gets the Scout. Okay, what kind of Pult is this boy? Physical, this boy special. He's shadow balling, so I get a lot of data turn one. So he's Draco Meteoring, which is interesting. Because he, specs obviously, but Heatran is gonna take it well. I'm surprised by this because he has no Heatran switching, and he gave me free rocks. But mindless Lando should come in because this is still OU, and that's how people play land. Oh, I'm playing a goat here. Now I just realized I don't have any Urshifu answers. My team doesn't believe in Urshifu solutions, so very surprised by a Swords Dance here, but kind of not at the same time. Earthquake plus E-Speed is better, but I just realized my team is slow as shit. Like, why is my Urshifu counter King's Gambit? Yeah, I need to fix this. This had a Dragapult over the Dragonite, but you saw it like clearly Dragonite was king this last game. What did he have last game if Dragapult could have helped? Maybe. I guess I have my Rotom Wash as well. I can Terra Ghost my Rotom, so I might have to give up my Dragonite here. Well, not might. I would definitely have to give it up. Earthquake did nothing, so I think he might be bulky. What? You see how much Earthquake did? 36%? That can't be right. I'm gonna have to get probably Terra my Rotom. Unless he Surging Strikes my Rotom. But I'm pretty sure he's gonna think, okay. Well, for one, Swords Dancing, I don't think would have knocked out Rotom. Fuck it, I'll Terra Ghost. If he predicts it, so be it. Yeah. So, obviously Terra Ghost hurts me because I forced the Terra. But Heatran is gonna be really, really important. Heatran destroys his team. Dragapult special. If I were to go Braviary, that would force Dragapult in, which would force Gambit in, which would force Corviknight in. If I go Gambit, that would lure in Landers, which would allow me to go to my Great Tusk and get the eject button off, which would, I think that might be better. It's gonna give him rocks, but I think giving him rocks is better than giving him a Shadow Ball, because he's gonna have to go to Landers here. He might go straight Corviknight, but I don't mind that too much. Likely he's gonna go to Landers. Yeah, so me baiting Landers is forcing the Great Tusk, which is gonna Stealth Rock mindlessly. What this does is allows me to Ice Spinner straight up. Oh, he goes Volk. 20%. Why do you go hard Volk? He might not be faster than me. I figured he'd Quiver. That's not bad. Let me see if this kills. Yes, it does. No burn 2, blessed. Volk was a huge issue. Okay. That his Urshifu was a big bitch. Like a fucking issue. This is like perfect. This is like perfection here. Cause now I get to go to Rotom. Cause right now my Gambit is a huge problem. Because he specs, so I can always Sucker Punch that. Corviknight, depending on what it's packing, can't touch my Gambit. I have low kick and max attack, max speed. And now Braviary just air slashes freely. So if I were to go back to Gambit, he would go back to Landers. And I'd go back to Great Tusk, but no, I'll go Rotom actually. I get the leftovers turn, so I'm going to be at full after Protect. And I force in what's going to likely be Dragapult, right? And I get to Protect and force him into Shadow Ball, which gives my Gambit a free switch to attack his Landers into, right? Sure, you know, I'm taking Shadow Ball damage and whatnot. I really should double switch here. I'm not going to. Like, this is the most obvious double switch of all time. I'm just debating whether or not it's better to Swords Dance or to... If I Swords Dance, then he's gonna go to Landers and Stan, which is something I want. Iron Head. He goes Corby. Minus Helmet Corby. Okay. This gives me the opportunity to go to my Braviary hard. So I could have doubled there, but as I said, there's no reason to. It would be an aggressive play. Okay. Okay, bro. Okay, bro. But you still Shadow Ball or Dracoing. You can't afford to predict yet. Yeah. Okay, bro. So this time I'll SD. Now I can low kick, but I'll SD again. If I SD again and he doesn't switch, I'm in trouble. Actually, this isn't worth it. If I SD again, I KO his Corviknight. Switch versus reward. If I SD again and he doesn't switch, this is gonna give me a lot of trouble. Like, I could lose to this. He knows that. Yeah, it's not worth it. I know Corviknight's coming in, but from a risk versus reward standpoint, it's not worth it. Even if he were to catch my Braviary here and double again, Gambit being alive is too important. So this is where things like Hurricane, if they hit, would help a lot. I'm gonna air slash though. So Lando comes in. It may be faster than I Stealth Rock. It might be Scarf Rocks. But that can't kill me. He took a lot from my Air Slash, so he's clearly offensive. I'll go Tusk first. Okay, so U-turn, which is odd, because if I stayed in to go for Air Slash, I don't think I'd have died to U-turn, but maybe I would have. You know, who knows. So now he has to Draco. And now I want my Heatran alive. He hasn't Terra'd yet. I want my Heatran alive for the Gambit. And my Tusk alive for the Gambit. So we're going to end up giving up the Braviary here, even though it's a KO every time. If I had Katao, I would have used it by now. So now he's going to sack Landers. If I had Katao, I would have used it by now. And he knows if I Swords Dance and I'm the right set, he's done for. But yeah, you go Corviknight here every time. Now I'd expect... No. Roost, then sack. He transposition it is good. I'm actually glad he went to Pult, because if I get this Earth Power off, he can't keep switching around. So actually Pult double there wasn't worth it, because I think Earth Power, no, it's close, but it's not quite. And I have Rotom, so it gets my Heatran, but I have Rotom. So Sucker here, you'll have one more double with this Pult, and then depending, did he Terra? No. Depending on what the Gambit is, I want to keep all the mons that I have right now. I'll probably leave it in now. So it goes Gambit. Because he knows he wins if he kills my So what would I do? If I were my opponent, I'd Terra. How did I let this go? What's the big turn that... Not killing his fucking Dragapult. So no reality does he go for Katao. My best play... If he Terras, I'll have a Sucker Punch game at the very least. He goes for Iron Head. Okay, so this guy is awful. I don't know. Very bad play there. Very, very bad play. Because if I go for a slow kick, so he's not expecting low kick, which is good, which means I may be able to win, but again, I don't have Katao, so I can't kill his Corviknight from the range it's at. Let me see, Rapid Spin. You never go D-Knight. I mean, Dragapult. So he'd either Terra here, or he would I got a double. Even if he were to stay, if we were to stay in Terra, then I would have lost anyway. So I knew he'd sack Landa there, but I need for him to not go to his Dragapult. So if he goes to Gambit again, it's a prediction, right? He's like, okay, he's gonna Sucker this time. But I need to make sure that I can beat his Corviknight. It's not really about his Gambit, it's more about his Corviknight. And it looks like it might be Lum. He's afraid that I might Swords Dance too. What to do here? What to do here? I don't think he's gonna Sucker, because if I get my Free Switch into my Rotom, he's in trouble. Yeah, he didn't expect low kick. Boom. The way he played the last turn lets me know that he wasn't expecting low kick, but now that he, unless he's gonna defog here, but which wouldn't help his Pult. Now it's not over yet, right? Because it can, you know, the Pult can be annoying. But I maxed Spadef, so I actually just lost the game unless he has Terra. GG. Like, yeah, but two very sloppy games, truth be told. But the Urshifu, SD Urshifu, like chews upon me. Like I'm not feeling that. What's an alternative? I got. It's funny because everything on the team was putting in work just now. So, like you could argue, well, everything did its job, right, Jim? Well, yeah, to a degree. To a degree. They saw how much the fucking earthquake did though. Braviary is good from like just a like offensive standpoint, but it's just unreliable as fuck. Like it did so much to guard, which I was so proud of when it hit 1 of 5 hurricanes, was it? Jeez, what a waste of a Pokemon. Am I gonna change this midlife? Because I do see a case for I wouldn't have any good water resistance. Really, the weak link is the damn Braviary, but I'm gonna keep it for now. We're gonna grab one more game. So it's gonna be our last game of today. This guy's 1936, Excelente. No, Urshifu. Shimpao still on? I thought Shimpao was banned. Like I had a team that people passed me with Shimpao, but I didn't bring it because I thought it was banned. Okay then, well, that's useful to know. My Dragonite's lethal, but Goldengo needs to not be Choice Scarf for it to really show its lethalness. Lando is probably set up fodder. Like, so my Dragonite could just sweep him. He's gonna go Zapdos and try to do Zapdos things, but we'll try to cut that down a lot, especially with Rotom. Rotom will always forces in his Goldengo. And his only Heatran switching is that Samurai, the mindless ceaseless. You already know how that go. He has no fucking Braviary switching. If I can just hit Hurricane or kill hit, well, he has 2 dark types, so Esper Ring isn't gonna help. Hit 1 crucial Hurricane and then Great Tusk not get paralyzed. That would be a blessing. Gambit is okay. It can be good, but really, I think I have to lean to Dragonite. None of my other guys really take the cake. Question is, how do I weaken the Zapdos enough to rack in Hurricane at one time and put him in a pack? So Rotom solved every problem possible. I'm very surprised I'm staring down a Landorus. What this does is allows for me to Hydro Pump here, straight up. It would be nice if we connect. The reason we're Hydro Pumping, Will-O-Wisp is the all-around most valuable play if he didn't have a Goldengo. But since he chose Landorus as his lead, the only option on the Hydro Pump would be Dragonite or Goldengo. Please hit. Thank you. Especially if that's bulky, because I'm Spadef. That's excellent. Should just, oh, he recovers. I didn't expect recover. I get a crit there, which matters. It's an interesting sequence because now I could we just made the wise play. Mindless Ceaseless Edge coming for sure. That's a necessary evil. It's a necessary evil. It's a necessary evil. The reason I say that is I don't know if he's Sash or not, and that matters. That matters a lot. It matters a lot. We'll see. As I said, Mindless Ceaseless Edge coming. The reason is because if that's the case, he might just expect me to go straight for the Rapid Spin here and go for Aqua Cutter, right? Because I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna now. I don't know Braviary's like stats and stuff. It's a very tough turn for me. But it doesn't have to be. What I can do instead is pivot to my Rotom Wash. What just happened? Oh, I forgot that's how that worked too. I think he might be Scarf. I'm not 100 yet. So I'll protect first. He showed U-turn. Actually, this is his rocker. I actually should have. Yeah, okay. So Hydro Pump here. I think he's Scarf. I don't think anything else on this team would learn. This obviously allows for him to recover. He's taking nothing from Hydro Pumps. Well, Braviary's slow as fuck. So very interesting. I'm Terra Ground. He may leave the Goldengo in. I'm thinking my risk versus reward. I do want to go for for rapid spin here really badly. Okay, this is perfect. Has helmet, which means I'm seeing Zapdos next, but that's okay. Oh wow, it just wrist me ice spinnering, which probably means that's his rocker dead there. I doubt he has another rocker. I doubt he has another rocker. Nothing else on his team learns rocks. And he doesn't seem to have hazard control, so that's phenomenally blessed right there as Rotom gets to pivot on obvious Hurricane. But more importantly, I get this Volt Switch damage. Interesting. Didn't expect him to do that. But I get this Volt Switch damage. I expect him to go Goldengo there, but I suppose they wouldn't go Goldengo. Spadef Hurricane did, Thunderbolt did 30%. I don't want Samurott coming in if he has Volt Switch. So what I'll do is Tusk, then reposition. Because the thing about it is, if I Ice Spinner and he misses Hurricane, he loses to Zapdos. So that's assuming I didn't get full powered. But now I can Will-O-Wisp this turn because he's clearly Thunderbolting and leaving the Zapdos in. Well, in theory, we got a Will-O-Wisp off there. That would have been lovely. Because this is going to matter versus the Dragonite. Okay, we'll make do. The Goldengo isn't Scarf, so that's good news for D-Knight. Hurricane's here. Samurott comes in and gets fucked up on that Magma Storm. But unfortunately, I don't think he'd mindless Sea Sludge here. I'm gonna go Hard Tusk. He does mindless Sea Sludge. He gets a crit there. I've shown that I have Ice Spinner. Let's say he were to... He might have Aqua Jet. Man. If he has Aqua Jet, then I have to stare him down with my D-Knight. Wait, what else is there on if it's not Aqua Jet? If he doesn't have Aqua Jet, what would he do? Because I need this gone. Do I? I'm thinking about my Gambit and stuff, and his potential Shiempa later on. My road to Zapdos should be burnt, which would set up for my D-Knight. My D-Knight's fucking incredible versus his team, but I need that Zapdos whittled. I suppose he has no fucking Heatran switching. That's great. So oh, he Scarf and missed. Ceaseless wasn't a KO though. How much did it do the last time? I didn't even know Ceaseless just could miss. I've never seen it miss. I don't think it killed the last time. Does he crit every one of them? Full switch. Alright, Ceaseless. It did 15, so it might have killed. Heavy duty boots. Heavy duty boots. Pow. Obviously, we're not switching. We're clobbering straight up. Straight up. I have Terra in hand, right? Yeah, I do have Terra in hand. So we Magma here. The reason I'm playing it this way, because if he leaved it in, okay, I hit Magma Storm going crazy. Magma Storm going crazy. So this could go one of two ways. Not really. Curious what the D-Knight is packing from an attacking standpoint. Dragon Dances, what I'll do is protect to see if E-Speed is his initial play. Okay, yeah, so Terra Ghost here. Yeah, which means he's probably walled. I don't think these typically have anything else to touch Rotom Wash. If it does, and it doesn't have Roost, I double Wisp here. Finally, we hit this fucking Zapdos. And now that Shiempa is still very dangerous. I need to be careful around it. So he's Thunderbolting. The Thunderbolt damage is irrelevant. Because Shiempa, and as long as my Rotom's alive, the Dragonite is useless. Now the question is, since he doesn't have Discharge, question is how much Dragon Dances does the Dragonite get up, right? So it's gonna do And obviously I get to roost, so I resist electric. If I roost, I get multi-skill. I get the best of both worlds. Because if he was going to get the hacks, he's going to get it now anyway. So Hurricane was going to do 41. Beating because I want the most possible. I want to potentially one-shot the Shimpa if I can. I don't want it to attack me. Okay, blessed. Whew. So we're almost at 2,000. 7 points away. I know I said this was going to be the last game, but since we're 7 points away, I'm going to go for it. I don't like this team, but I'm going to go for it. We're on some man shit today. When are we on man shit? But we stopped because of time the last time I was this close to 2,000, which was, what, a couple of days ago? Almost a week ago. I remember it was Saturday because I had to be up really early. But since we're so close, let's go for it as the Dragonite setup. Since the Shimpa was heavy duty boots, it probably did not have Ice Shard, but I wanted to get to the point where E-Speed did so much to where my Fizdef Heatran could come in and go for Earth Power and kill it. Right? I didn't want to risk. And that's why people run Discharge, because the Hack's potential is higher. But when I saw Thunderbolt, that helped him versus my Rotom in terms of the damage output. And now you see why that Will-O-Wisp mattered so much, because you saw him getting withered down. So I'm facing some weird stuff, some very weird stuff. This Heatran being Terra Water could be really lit here. I really enjoy that. I'm gonna see how this Taunt Tran could be devastating. Braviary, oh my god. Hit Terra Flying, and Hurricane and Air Slash just win. So those Terra types are going to be blessed, depending on what we're looking at. I haven't had enough experience with the rolls on Dondozo between Heatran versus Dozo, like if it's worth Terra Water versus just pivoting around, because Rotom Wash is annoying as hell versus his team. Like, look at Rotom Wash, look at his team. You know what I mean? So the question is, what is his biggest offensive threat to me? And if the Dozo goes, my Dragonite goes crazy, which is part of why I'm thinking about it. I don't even need Terra Normal at that point. Gambit is Gambit, but the Dozo is Dozo. My Headlong Rush Packer, I'm gonna keep that boy tucked. Braviary's Bravey Kingery. So phase 1 is gonna be the Rotom. Let's realize I have a speed tier issue. This thing could be dangerous if it was it's not nasty pot. I get a burn on the Slowking Galah. If I protect and it chilies, no, it'll likely Future Sight first. Seems to be Assault Vest. I think that's Assault Vest damage. This allows for me to, Future Sight. There's no way he goes Treads. Oh, it's just chilly. Okay. If he goes Treads, I might leave my Heatran. Cause if I Terra Water, I one-shot this, but from a long-term perspective, that's where Protect would be clutch, but I clearly do not have it. I do not have it. Braviary's positioning would be great, but I don't know if he has Rotom. I'm Spidef. I knew Knockoff was a potential. What this does, let's see what he does. Should double knock. Yeah. Which means I'm staring down Tusk. Yeah. And now you have to make a decision. Do you go Lander Asterion? That's the decision he chose to make. I don't think he's switching. They never do for some reason, as if like Landorus is this infinite monster that can't be beat. So he just essentially gave me 33% of your land. I mean, 67% of your land is held for nothing. Gotta think these things through, my brothers. Now, my Rotom being so weakened means this Dozodon is a bitch. But Braviary gets to come in here. He wave crashes. And he doesn't. Oh, he has leftovers. Boy, oh boy. Does he have a dark type? I do not see a dark type in sight. Which means Espering goes crazy. Let me think. If I U-turn out. What's Slowking Galar gonna do to me? He goes Treads. That's blessed. Because I get a crit there, which probably mattered. I don't think I would have 2A. It's close. I'm not sure if I would have 2A killed him. What I'm thinking is what the Slowking can do to me. Now, Treads being gone is a big deal because this boy can come in and I tell him, just clicking them fucking moves. Clicking them strong moves. So, I'd either be expecting something along the lines of the Bomb of Sludge. The Bomb of Sludge the Bomb of Sludge. This allows for me to taunt on the Chili, which allows for me to Magma Storm on what I'm expecting to be a Lando sack, but okay. That puts us as 2001, 8 points exactly. Now I can hit 2000 plus in the thumbnail. That's what this was all about for the thumbnail. But once I hit him with that Espering, I didn't think he'd go Treads. So that Treads might have been max Spadef. But that Esper Wing speed boost is fucking lit. You're gonna need a dark type out here fucking with Braviary. Especially because you can't resist it. Ooh wee. So yeah, thanks for watching. What did I put us, like top 30? I don't even think we're in top 30. Which is insane, right? Shows how active the ladder is. As I said, I'm not going for road to top 10 or anything like that right now. I'm just cruising, enjoying it. Yeah, that puts us a fucking top 40. We are number 36. Yeah, look how pathetic. I think this is Storm. Shout outs to SZ for the squad and whatnot. Yeah, just keep playing, keep enjoying ourselves. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.